Welcome everyone on another episode of First Diamond BNI Chapter. Today I have Joseph with me. Welcome, Joseph.
Hey Susanna, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. Joseph, before we get started, can you tell us in a very small nutshell, what do you do and who are you?
So my name is Joseph. I'm a financial advisor, financial therapist, financial consultant, financial planner. Just basically someone that helps people with their finances, basically knowing what their goals are. And I try to bring some strategies that can help them reach those goals.
Amazing. And how long have you been part of BNI?
Ooh, I think since last August, right? So that's about like coming up to 9 months now.
Oh, 9 months, yeah.
Yeah.
Time is running.
Yeah, exactly. It's quite
Amazing.
crazy, right?
And what made you join BNI?
Honestly, one thing that I really do appreciate is the power of the association. You know, and who you hang out with is really important. And being with like-minded, growth-minded people is really important to me. So as soon as I saw, I mean, you invited me, right?
I wasn't fishing for that compliment, but yes.
No, you invited me, and honestly, as soon as I got there, I just knew this is where I should be. At least this is where I can like grow, also add value to higher quality individuals as well, higher quality people, and just had to jump into it quickly.
Amazing. And Joseph, you are also our educational coordinator. How do you feel about that role?
I actually like it. I like it quite a lot because it forces me to also educate myself. Because if I'm an educational coordinator, but not educating myself, what exactly am I giving
It's a little
value?
corrupted, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I do enjoy it. It forces me to learn how to speak better, you know, to use my vocal variety, and actually add value to what entrepreneurs struggle with. Because we have many different struggles as entrepreneurs. Also, as a BNI group, we want to expand our influence, expand our network, especially as well. So just providing those tips and tools to network better, to have better conversations, and also to grow our mindset so that we can actually grow as a group as well.
Amazing. Now, Joseph, tell us a little more about your business. Where does it stand today? Is it just you? Who do you help? How does it look like?
Cool. So I operate as a sole trader, so just me. But I do cooperate with a group of financial advisors. All independent, but we do help each other in terms of like their question marks about the economy, about certain investment products or things like this. But I am quite independent. I work with Profit Expats. That's a group of financial advisors for expats in the Czech Republic. We're the only group that actually do this type of service in the whole of Europe.
Oh, wow.
Right?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's quite an innovative thing as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are a lot of expats moving across different borders, and sometimes it's very difficult to know exactly what should I do with my finances here. It was actually kind of the situation that I went through myself. Moving here, I knew that I needed to take back control of my finances. I did a lot of work by myself. Learning of, okay, how much should I save? How much should I be saving? What's the best way to start investing? How much should I start to even start a business or something like this? So I help basically people who are hungry to actually do something about about their circumstances to reach the goals that they have. But whether it's to create a fund for their kids, whether it's to become financially secure, right? Whether it's to build financial independence or actually grow some of the wealth they already have.
Yeah.
Right.
And so is there any limit who can it be, who you can help? Or is it just widely whoever is curious about getting better in their finances?
No, so even curiosity is not enough. I can only help people that want to help themselves.
I love that. Yeah.
Right. So if I have to like, you know, negotiate how to help you, it's not a good fit.
Yeah.
You know, I can already tell that from the first or second meeting that I do have with people. So I can help anybody, but it's whether if they want to help themselves. Just to answer your question.
I love that answer. Amazing. And now, for those who don't know regarding on financial advisory, how does it work? Do you sit down with the person? Do they pay for you on the spot? Like, what is going on when it comes to actually doing your job?
So in the Czech Republic, financial advisors, they all have to be pass our exams with the Czech National Bank, and actually, as a financial, we get paid by the financial industry.
Okay.
Right. So actually, our services are free for people, individuals.
Okay.
Right. So that's actually massive benefit for them. Right.
That brings the barrier a little lower to contact. Yeah.
100%. Now, how I do work with people is having the first conversation. It could be a discovery call, kind of conversation, introduction call, basically, either in person or online. I just really ask questions. Where do you want to go in life? What do you like? So that's why I actually say I'm a financial therapist.
Yeah,
right?
I love that.
Because I just listen, and it helps me to listen actively. I can be a big talker, but I do enjoy that I actually have to listen to people's stories, understand where they want to go, and what their struggles and obstacles stopping them from getting where they want to, and then it's up to me to find a strategy that works for them, right? Something that is layered, right, as well, because some people don't really know what they want, so I have to kind of ask them nice, big questions to expand the mind, if I say it this way.
I love that. Amazing. Now, let's dive in a little more deeper into BNI. As for those who are not aware, BNI is a Business Network International global organization where we network and do business and pass referrals. Now, saying passing referrals and talking about BNI, what is something that has really brought into your business and your everyday life, other than the educating yourself in a consistent basis, but from BNI or through BNI?
Honestly, I've been forced to really key into exactly how I help individuals, right? And having different conversations with different types of business owners, hearing their struggles with business, and even with their own personal finances as well, it forces me to really look at how can I cater my services and my calls and talks and all this type of stuff to them. Now, one thing I do like is relationships. Most people do feel a bit awkward when it's giving me their financial details, right? So a lot of it's just building trust and learning how do I build trust with people and having those people skills to actually be able to connect and then add value. So it's first finding common ground before I take them to higher ground.
Yeah. And BNI has brought that,
100%.
I mean, building connections is one of our, biggest values, but yeah, that has been beneficial.
Exactly. And then just expanding my network of people that I can help as well, right? Because whether you like it or not, your net worth is your network, right? And BNI has a global reach, right? Even a local reach as well. Whenever, if you don't, in business, you need leads. If there are no leads,
there's no business.
There's no business, right?
Yeah.
So working with, and it's not just having any leads. You have to be able to qualify them and actually see whether they're a good fit for you. So having that awareness of, having that exposure to BNI's network in general and all the people that are collaborators with us, helps me understand, who do I not want to work with and who do I want to work with, per se.
That is very valuable. Amazing. Now, Joseph, when it comes to BNI, and especially our group, so for listeners listening, we have 11,000, oh my God, way more. Oh, I should definitely know this number. This is embarrassing.
Groups? You're talking about groups, right?
Boop, boop, boop. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of groups, and people are meeting up every week. I don't know the actual number. I definitely should, but let's cut that out. Let's not. It's authentic. It's all good. But there is a lot of chapters who are meeting exactly like our chapter meets every week. And now, regarding on our chapter, and it could be outside of our chapter too, but quite often we focus on our chapter. How do you use these contacts that you have got in your everyday life in BNI? As you said, you've grown your network a lot. So how does that implement into your everyday life?
So it's through, the best way you grow in relationship with people is having conversations. Having those weekly conversations and also those weekly sit-togethers, sit-down-togethers, right? Has become a regular habit of mine now. Those one-to-ones are really valuable because obviously you need to understand other people's business in order to give them the right referral they need, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And obviously sometimes for me it's maybe not just giving people in my network, is through the connections through a conversation I had with one person and asking the right questions, I can connect them to another person I have another conversation with. And that's how you can actually bring people together that they didn't know could be, because I asked deeper questions. Right, of course, because of the global reach as well, there are different people in the UK. I'm from the UK, guys, right? And so I'm able to talk to people there and see, especially when you understand finance, right? Finance is a global thing, right? And some people, if I just look at things from my little corner of the world, I'm going to miss out on a lot of things. So being able to at least touch different areas of the world and see how they see things in the financial aspect of things, geopolitically as well, has been actually a very good use.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, using it kind of a little bit of a case study when it comes to understanding better. That is genius. Yeah. Now, you already mentioned we meet weekly and it's becoming a habit of yours, which is a beautiful thing to say because definitely my Thursday mornings are never the same anymore. It's always going to BNI, learning something, networking, and getting so much value out of those mornings. But when it comes to being in these networking moments. We always want to ask we might have people who are listening and has never done networking or are terrified of networking or are experts at networking and are just curious how to do it better. So what would be, from your perspective, one key thing and a tip for networking?
So don't just have conversations, try to connect, right? There's this book I love called The Go-Giver. Check it out. The first law is the law of value. What you want to be doing is adding more value than you receive in payment. So every conversation that you have, that you're adding more value in terms of like asking deeper questions, bringing enlightening answers to something that they may be struggling with, or just being a listening ear, that actually increases your value and attraction. So you have this like forceful of attraction. So as you increase your network by becoming more attractive, instead of like chasing people, people are coming to you because they're always getting some value from you, right? For less than what they're paying for. So that's definitely that. So definitely connect rather than just talk, and add more value than you receive in payment.
I absolutely love that. And that goes so well hand in hand with Giver's Gain, one of our core values. How would you see that connection with Giver's Gain? I mean, it's obvious, but from your perspective, how would you connect those?
I mean, that's probably when I saw that core value, I already knew that I'll be joining. You know, because I had that mindset already, and just knowing that these are the core values and these are principles that they operate in, I said, there's a unique match there.
Yeah.
Not many people have this attitude. A lot of times we live in a very selfish culture, and so being around people that are doing that is such a rare thing. So Giver's Gain is massive. Like if you give more, it tends somehow the universe. I believe in karma a little bit, like positive karma.
Absolutely.
So you do good, good comes to you somehow.
Yeah, no,
you know?
I love it.
And maybe you're going through a period of time where things seem to be going worse for you. The more you're giving, don't worry, it'll bounce back.
Yeah, we'll bounce back.
It will bounce back.
Absolutely. No, and that's the beautiful thing, and I love that you mentioned karma, because there's so many friends of mine through BNI globally who are always saying that Giver's Gain is like business karma. So, and that's such a beautiful way of putting it, because it truly is true. The more you put out there, the more you will receive. It's inevitable. We're human. We want to help someone who helps us. So I love that you mentioned that. Great. Now, what are some lessons that you have learned through entrepreneurship?
Oof.
I know, loaded question.
So, one thing I don't know if I came up with the term, but it really resonates with me. Of course, we all want to earn a lot of money, right? That's why we go into entrepreneurship. And in order to earn more, we have to do more. We have to add more value. We have to give more value.
Yeah.
But in order to do that, we have to become more than what we are before. That requires us to grow beyond what we were before. So just like an elastic band, right? If you do it too quickly, you're going to snap. You do it slowly, always increasing the tension, right? You become more able to handle more load and actually be able to give more value. And then you'll be able to earn more value, right? And then actually be able to give more to the charities that you want to give more value to other people. And it's just a consistent cycle this way. You know, so with entrepreneurship, the first thing that you need to really consider is personal development. What are you learning consistently? Or you're applying to yourself consistently every day. What are you learning? Yeah. You're either winning or you're learning, right? And growing bigger than you already are. You know, super important. If you stop at all, it's like a glass. So initially you may have a full glass, and then you just give of everything you have. But if you're not also giving to yourself and being a bit selfish in that way, you're just going to be empty and you have nothing to give. But actually, in order for you to continue giving, you have to steal from someone else.
I love that.
Right, and that's where you have a lot of toxicity happening, a lot in like work, burnout, all this type of stuff. So always investing in yourself helps you invest in others, which also helps to get some business karma back. Yeah,
no, I could not agree more. That's amazing, and thank you for saying that. No, that's such a beautiful thing, which I've seen in BNI as well, of like the people who are keeping really good mindset towards their own business and putting stuff, no matter if it's givers gain, no matter what it is, but really focusing that you get out of it as much as you put out there is crucial, because like Joseph said, you can't fill your, you can't give anything out of your cup if your cup is empty. So that is a beautiful way of putting it. I also love the stretch mindset. That's like, for me, that resonated so well, because I'm thinking like going to a gym and just doing a squat with 100K. You can't do that. You're gonna stretch a muscle. You're gonna break your knee. I probably would, but unless you do it slowly and consistently, it's building up the muscle and it's really getting there. So I love that.
And it's like, I've heard someone say, success is consistency of effort without being sabotaged by your emotions.
Ooh.
Right.
Damn.
No, and honestly, like that consistency of applying yourself to whatever you're doing, whilst also having a network or community that help you grow out of your emotions and all that type of stuff, you're always going to be successful, because that's actually what stops a lot of people in any kind of entrepreneurship direction they go to.
Yeah, we go back to karma. I love it.
Full
Full circle.
100%.
Amazing. Now, Joseph, share please to us, how has your business changed ever since you joined BNI?
Be more intentional about who I actually want to work with.
Yes.
Right? Because in this, one thing you realize as you become an entrepreneur is that your time is valuable. And if your time is valuable with people that don't value it, it's going to be a very frustrating time. And reading this book about how 10x is easier than 2x, removing the things that are not, let's say, core to your growth and to what you want in your business is so important. And that may require hard decision making and getting rid of the fluff.
Less is more.
And less is more, right? And being very intentional about, okay, who do I really want to help? What is the value to me? What's the value I can give? You know what I mean?
I love that.
So that's definitely talking to an array of entrepreneurs, because obviously if I was to do it by myself, I mean, I could talk to one entrepreneur, 2 entrepreneurs, 3 entrepreneurs, or most likely they'll probably be in finance as well, right? Because birds of a feather flock together, right? But with BNI, there's only kind of like 1 or 2 maybe of the same kind. So you have to be able to pivot to whatever industry that you're in, with any kind of community that you're in, and be able to add value despite the differences in kind of a business. And
that's such a good way of putting it down. Absolutely. Now, Joseph, for the end of our episode, can you please share us, what is your goal for 2025?
It's continuing expanding my network. And also for me, I'm still educating myself in terms of, because there are big changes that are happening in the world in terms of finance. And if I'm going to be able to add value to more people, I need to be able to be ahead of the curve. And finding the right clients that actually are willing to do what they do, are willing to work with me to do that. Because I'm not the average financial advisor. I won't just tell you to invest in S&P 500 and leave it alone. That is my focus, is really to expand my influence, expand my network, grow myself, so that people that do work with me, because I think there's going to be a few people that are really going to be able to add value to. That's going to really be exciting for me in 2025.
To find the right people around you. Yeah,
exactly.
I love that. Thank you, Joseph, so much. And now, before we leave you off and go and see you in the next episode with Joseph, where we dive in deeper with some financial advices, we dive in deeper with industry-specific knowledge and things that you can learn from. Joseph, what should our listener remember you by?
Good question. It really is a power of association. You are the average of the 5 people you hang out with.
Yeah.
If you have bigger goals and the people around you are not where your goals are, you might have to start asking yourself some serious questions. But you also have to ask yourself another question. I'm attracting these people in the first place. Am I really being serious about what I want? Right? That's my story. Learning to take accountability and ownership for my life, because no one else will. And learning the law of attraction.
Yeah.
I am what I am attract. I attract what I am.
Yeah, very true, very true. Amazing. Thank you so much for all the wisdom that you shared to us this
you.
evening. Oh my God, no, daytime. In this episode. You guys don't know what time it is. But yes, we will see Joseph again on the next episode where we're indeed gonna go in deeper into the actionable steps that you guys can take about your finances and more about Joseph. But Joseph, thank you so much for joining us in this episode.
Thank you, Susanna.
And see you in the next one.
Bye.